Hey all, Michelle Raza here with Finding Yourself SATX Life Coaching, where since 2017 we've helped clients reach their goals by setting their personal vision statements, writing down their goals, and then meeting in weekly coaching sessions in order to achieve success. Check out my website. I'm at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. There in the shop section, you can purchase your first free consult for free. It's just you push the button to purchase it. Or you can also download guided video series of our life balance questionnaires. There, for just $19.99, you can start your journey picking the one that seems most relevant to you. And if after you've done all of those, you feel like you want to sit down and talk, absolutely your first consult will still be free. So check it out today. Without further ado, we will get into Melody Beattie's Codependent No More. We've been talking through a couple of stories in the past few videos to try and give you a bigger picture or a better understanding of what it means to be a codependent. So I'll start today, just like I have in the past couple videos, by defining codependency, and then we'll dive in. Today we're going to cover Randell's story and Marlyss' story. And then, so next Monday, if I stay on track, which I know I don't always stay on track, we'll have 2 more stories to go. So next week we'll continue with stories. And then we're going to dive into, okay, so I know that I'm a codependent. What do I do about it? How do I fix this problem? And so that's where this gets really interesting. I think I've mentioned before, I can listen to this book on repeat. It really is super helpful. But just like anything else, it takes practice, and if you are a codependent, you probably didn't become a codependent overnight. And so getting over it or learning how to cope in a different way is really challenging and takes quite a bit of practice. And so the second that you take your finger off of it is kind of when things slip. It's the same with the strategies that we learned about coping with EIPs in our life. If you stop thinking about it, or if you just let yourself react instead of respond, then 9 times out of 10, you're not going to do the best thing for you. So anyway, without further ado, from page 34 of Melody's book. A codependent person is one who has let another person's behavior affect him or her, and who is obsessed with controlling that person's behavior. A codependent person is one who has let another person's behavior affect him or her, and who is obsessed with controlling that person's behavior. Okay? Sorry for all the flip-flopping. With this book, I feel like a lot of it is trying to get you to understand kind of what a codependent is. The style just kind of, it's not for me, so that's why I'm presenting it in a different style. But just like I always say, if you want to pick up your own copy and follow along with us, it is an easy read. I think in a couple days you'll have mastered it, and it'll be on your list of books that you just read on repeat, like mine. Okay, Randell's story. Clients who seek help from mental health and chemical dependency agencies are not the only people who suffer from codependency. Randell was a chemical dependency counselor and a recovering alcoholic with several years of sobriety when he found himself having troubles. Randell was also an adult child of an alcoholic. His father and 3 brothers were alcoholics. An intelligent, sensitive man who enjoyed his work, Randell's problem was his leisure time. He spent most of it worrying about, obsessed with, other people and their problems. Sometimes he tried to untangle messes that alcoholics created. Other times he felt angry with the alcoholics for creating the messes he felt obligated to clean up. Sometimes he felt upset because people, not necessarily alcoholics, behaved in particular ways. He ranted, felt guilty, sorry, and used by people. Rarely, however, did he feel close to them. Rarely did he have any fun. For many years, Randell believed his duty was to worry about people and get involved in their problems. He called his behavior kindness, concern, love, and sometimes righteous indignation. Now, after getting help for his problem, he calls it codependency. Okay, Marlyss's story. Sometimes codependent behavior becomes inextricably entangled with being a good wife, mother, husband, brother, Christian, or other religious person. Now in her 40s, Marlyss is an attractive woman when she takes care of herself. Most of the time, however, she's busy taking care of her 5 children and her husband, who is a recovering alcoholic. She devoted her life to making them happy, but she didn't succeed. Usually, she feels angry and unappreciated for her efforts, and her family feels angry at her. She has sex with her husband whenever he wants, regardless of how she feels. She spends too much of the family's budget on toys and clothing for the children, whatever they want. She chauffeurs, reads to, cooks for, cleans for, cuddles and coddles those around her, but nobody gives to her. Most of the time, they don't even say thank you. Marlyss resents her constant giving to people in her life. She resents how her family and their needs control her life. She chose nursing as her profession, and she often resents that. But I feel guilty when I don't do what's asked of me. I feel guilty when I don't live up to my standards for a wife and mother. I feel guilty when I don't live up to other people's standards for me. I just plain feel guilty, she said. In fact, she added, I schedule my days, my priorities, according to guilt. Does endlessly taking care of other people, resenting it, and expecting nothing in return mean Marlyss is a good wife and mother? Or could it mean Marlyss is codependent? So lots of stuff to ponder on, not too long of a recording today. At the end of the day, it goes back to that definition. Anytime somebody else's behavior or life is affecting you to the point where you can't take care of yourself, it means you might be codependent. And we will see as we go into, really what do we do about it now, is there needs to be a balance. It's okay to be a caretaker, and there would be no nurses, right? That's a caretaking profession. It's important to be a caretaker. But you also need to have that balance, that self-care, that time for you. You need to find joy in your life every day. I talked to a coach the other day, and it was so interesting because we were going through one of the guided life balance questionnaires. We were going through those questions, and I was like, I don't really like this sound, how this sounds, and we were tweaking some of it. And she just said, every single day you need to find something that brings you joy. And that really did resonate with me, and I thank her for that. She's touched so many people's lives, and she's going through something that's really hard in her life and could have easily gotten lost in it and just been super depressed about it. And I'm sure she has her moments of depression and she needs to feel her feelings just like we all do. But trying to find that spark, that joy, you can't get out of your obligations, but you do need to find that time for you. Even if it's just 10 minutes a day, or I think we've done that minute meditation where you literally just put your hands together, and in the time it takes you to breathe in and out 10 times, five times for 10 seconds. It's just a minute, but it'll help you calm down. So really just constantly remembering that you can't give if your cup is empty. So you have to take care of yourself. And a lot of us are waiting for our Prince Charming or our Princess Charming to come rescue us and force us to, or take care of us, right? But even in a relationship, your partner cannot be responsible for taking care of you. Only you are responsible for taking care of you. So you have to make that time and you have to take care of yourself. So thank you for being with me here today. If this video provides value to you, I do ask that you like and subscribe. It really does help us little YouTubers. and check out my site. Actually, keep an eye out because next week is spring break and I will be putting all of my digital content on special for the entire week of spring break. So if you're on the fence about purchasing, just hold on. I'm probably going to do it on Friday, just because that's, you know, picking up my kid from school and it'll feel like spring break, so I'll probably go in and do that. But take a look at what I have. It's at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. There under the shop section. If you just want some cool merchandise, if you scroll all the way down, you can see our Zazzle store too, where we've put our logo on everything from stickers to magnets to pants and shoes and even a Zippo lighter. Not that I endorse smoking, but I just thought it was cool to put it on whatever I could. So thanks for being with me here today, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care. Have a beautiful weekend. It's starting to warm up here in San Antonio. I actually have the AC on right now, so that I could wear this little sweater over my tank. I have the AC blasting. So, all right, y'all take care. Bye.